Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Alright, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Super League tips for round 26 of the 2022 Betfred Super League season. CJ Moxley is here, as he always is, for the Super League tips. CJ, 2 rounds to go, my friend. Fuck, there's some important games this weekend.
Yeah, very important games, including the big one between Salford and Castleford, which could determine the top 6. So
I think it will.
Pretty important. Second last round. We're getting into the end now. So
the pointing end of the season, mate. And look, there's so many possibilities. Now, before I get into the tips, before we get into the tips, I just want to go through a couple of scenarios for you guys. So the Super League is basically it's a top 6. So if you finish between first and 6th, you play final. So basically, with the situation with the finals at the moment, so basically this weekend, Castleford plays Salford. Salford are in 6th on 26 points. Castleford are in 7th on 26 points. And then Leeds are in 5th on 27 points. So it's 1 point separating both teams. Now, here's the scenario. If Salford win, so basically if Salford win this week against Castleford and they beat Warrington, they play finals. If Salford win and CATALANS drop their last 2 and Leeds drop 1 game, Salford will finish in 4th. If Salford win their last 2, Leeds win 1. And it's just so confusing to even talking about this shit. But basically, there's 2 rounds to go. Castleford plays Salford, I think it's Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
The loser of that game could be gone. But here's the thing, right? If Castleford knock off Salford and Leeds beat Castleford last round, Salford could still get in because their for and against is so much better than better than Castleford and Leeds. So Salford could still get in, even if they were to lose to Castleford. And if I beat Warrington last round, and because Castleford play Leeds in the final round, there's so many possibilities. Now, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but CJ,
yep,
it's hard to imagine the Castleford Tigers making the playoffs when they play Salford and Leeds back to back, and they're both in 6th and 5th on the ladder, isn't it? It's bloody hard.
It's a big ask to go beat Salford and Leeds back to back. It's a big ask. So yeah, look, I think it's a possibility, but right now with the form they're in, they're lucky to just beat us. So
look, personally, I believe the top 6 will stay the same. The order could change a little bit, but I think obviously Saints are safe, Wigan are safe, Huddersfield and CATALANS are safe, Leeds, Salford, Castleford are fighting it out. I think Salford and Leeds will be in the top 6. I think Castleford will miss out. It's just Castleford playing Salford and Leeds back to back, and if I somehow get into the playoffs, right into the finals, just a tough run.
I think the top 6 is set as well.
Yeah, but we'll find out, mate, because there's a couple of big games this weekend, mate, and we're going to get into the very first one now, which I believe, if this fucking app doesn't want to play games with me, if it just plays normal for a moment, I believe this game is on tonight, mate, at 12 a.m. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this game's on tonight, 12 a.m. It is Hull FC up against Toulouse at the MKM Stadium. The Black and Whites up against Toulouse. Hull FC, $1.20 favourites here. Toulouse at $4.10.
Toulouse are getting relegated, unfortunately. Hull FC at home. They pushed Salford for a while there the other night, but hard to imagine Hull FC getting beat here.
Yeah, look, Toulouse are officially going down, so
They're
that's
gone.
tough on them. Hull FC, they've been in a dreadful form. I think Toulouse will put up a fight, but I think Hull FC will be too good at home. I'll go Hull FC by 8. I'll
Okay.
go 24-16. And my first try scorer, I'll give it to the man himself, Jake Connor. I believe he's playing.
Yeah, he should be playing. I think
Connor.
Jake Connor will be there. Yeah, look, Toulouse, they've been very competitive, but they don't have what it takes to beat the Black and Whites at home. So I think Hull win, and I think Hull win well, mate. I'm going to go Hull by 24 points. I think they'll be far too good here. I'll go Hull FC to win at 28 points to 4. And first try scorer, you know what? Let's go bold. I'm going to go Jordan Lane to score first.
Jordan Lane, first try. That would be paying something.
I don't know what it's paying, but I don't know, man. I just think Hull at home, that'd be too good for Toulouse. Toulouse are a mess. The Black and Whites to win, and to win well. So that game's at midnight. That's in about 5 hours from now. So I think Hull will be too good for Toulouse. Let's go to the very next game, mate. Now, all these games here, they're on Tuesday morning in Australia. Now, most of these games are on at midnight. So this is Tuesday morning at 12 a.m. It's the Huddersfield Giants up against the Warrington Wolves. Huddersfield, $1.15 favourites, as you can see on the screen there. Warrington at $5. Huddersfield win this. I think they're guaranteed top 4 if they're not already. Giants and the Wolves. Obviously, you're a Warrington fan, CJ. Can your boys knock them off here at $5?
Well, I mean, it's the second last round. There's no point going against them now. In reality, we're probably going to get smashed by 30, but I'm going to go Warrington by 4 points. I'll go 24-20 in a high scoring. And my first try scorer, I'll go a bit bold as well. I'll go Jason Clark.
Jason Clark, Jesus Christ. Well, mate, I felt sorry for Warrington last week. They had a good lead against Castleford. They probably should have won that game. They would have done Salford and Leeds a gigantic favour, but just wasn't to be. So, look, I'm going to go Huddersfield. I'm going to go Huddersfield by 36 points.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
CJ. I'm going to go Huddersfield 48-12. And Chris McLean will score the first try, and he will also get a hat-trick.
If we let McQueen get a hat-trick, bro, I'm done.
I think it will happen. The Giants will be too good. So Huddersfield to win and to win well. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to time out for just a moment. We have a friend that is going to join us for the Super League tips for the very first time on the channel, live from the UK. John.
Hello, boy.
Oh, look who it is. It's John.
How are you, John?
Oh, no.
Too bad. I've literally just saw your messages, so I thought, I might as well come on. I just checked to see if you still...
Yeah, mate, we just started, really. I mean, we're up to the second game, mate. But, mate, it's good to have you on the channel for the first time. How's things going over there?
Yeah, not too bad. I've just been out this morning. It's coming up to 10:20 in the morning over here. So I've just popped out and then come back. And I've had my phone on charge this morning because I fell last night with it off. Well,
mate, we're just on the Huddersfield game. We'll go back to it in a moment. I just want to go back to the Hull FC Toulouse game, mate. Hull, $1.20 here. Toulouse at $4.10. Do you think Hull will destroy Toulouse? Because I reckon they're gonna have a field day with them.
You know what? Now Toulouse are relegated, they've got no pressure on them. So a part of me wants to say Toulouse.
Are you going to back Toulouse in?
I've got this strange. It's just there's no pressure on them now. They've been relegated. You think these final 2 games they can do? They've got the freedom to go and do what they want.
Yeah.
Hull FC today when they play, because it kicks off 3 o'clock in the next 5 hours or so. The pressure's on them because the fans are going to be like they need a good performance.
So you're going to lose by how much?
I'd go to lose by 2.
Oh, first try scorer. Who do you reckon?
Good blimey.
Tough one.
I'd probably, if he's playing, probably Jake Connor.
Jake Connor, yeah. I think CJ said the same. I went whole by like 24, and I had I'm going Jordan Lane to score first. I'm going a bit bold. Jordan Lane.
I've not seen the team. I've not seen the 20 squad, so I don't know who's in, who's out this minute. So when I'll have a look later on, my tip might end up changing by then. I don't know.
Yep, and as you joined us, we're just giving our tip for the Huddersfield Warrington game. I've gone Huddersfield by 48-12. McQueen to score first and probably get 3 tries. Obviously, CJ's gone the wire to win. I think he had him 1-12. Jason Clark first try. I think he said. You reckon Huddersfield are going to destroy Warrington here or what?
Well, the last round I actually tipped Warrington to beat Castleford, and we know what happened.
Oh, close.
So I'm not going to back Warrington again. So, and as everyone knows, I hate Warrington with a passion. So, for me, I'd like to see Huddersfield by about 100 plus would be nice.
Yeah. Who do you think will score the first try?
You got to back Chris McQueen, ain't you?
Oh yeah, that's my man, Chris McQueen. That's my man.
It's either Chris McQueen or I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to go with a surprise one, just because I've got a fine feeling Warrington could end up taking the lead in this game. So
yeah, I could. Early on.
If I'm going to go Warrington try scorer, I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to say maybe George Williams.
Hey.
Fuck, the guy that you can't stand.
I know that just killed me even saying that, but you just
come on, John. You love him.
Warrington before long.
I'd go Matt Duffy just because of his speed, and if he makes a break, I don't know who's going to catch him, honestly. So, all right. Well, let's go to the next game. Obviously, we've got the same tips, except John's gone for Toulouse, which has shocked everybody, I think. The next game at the totally wicked stadium, ST.HELENS against Wakefield. Oh, I'm not going to lie. This could be anything. Saints are about $1.05. Wakey are about $12. CJ, I guess the real question here is Saints by how much?
Saints by 14. I'll go Saints.
Is that all?
20. Yeah, I think Wakefield will put up a bit of a fight. I'll go Saints by 14, 24-10. First try scorer, I think he's playing Sione Matalia.
Yeah, he should be right to go. Now, John, I wouldn't be surprised if Saints rested a bunch of players here, but they have to bounce back from what happened the other day against Wigan, right?
Well, just going from what Caesar said there, I know Saints have got a few players suspended going into this game tonight. Well, tomorrow. Yep. So, and it all depends if they've got some of their players back. So obviously, Makinson didn't play. Sione Matalia didn't play on Friday. So they have got a few big guns out. So I can see where CJ is coming from. Saints by, do you say 12 or 14?
14.
14. I can see where he's coming from with that. I think it could be one of them games where Saints will have to scrape over the line because on Friday, if Makinson's not playing, they ain't got a goal kicker.
Look, I'm going to go Saints by 20. I think they'll be far too good. I'll go Saints. Let's go 28-8. And I'm going to go James Roby to score the first try. Why not? Why not? What about you, John? Saints or Wakey? Saints?
I'm going to go... I will back Saints, but I'm going to go St. Helens 22-12, somewhere around there.
Okay. First try, who do you reckon?
You know what? I'm going to take a surprise one on it, but I'm going to go Wakefield will score the first try, Lewis Murphy.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Let's go to the next game, mate, out at Craven Park. Hull KR up against Wigan. Wigan, $1.15 favourites. Hull KR at $4.50. I think Hull KR are just looking forward to the end of the season holidays. Wigan, obviously looking to finish top 2. I think they will finish top 2 now. They can still finish first, but I'd be surprised if they did. They'll probably finish second. Hull KR and Wigan. CJ, what happens here, mate?
I'll go Wigan by 22. 30 points to 8. First try scorer, I'll go Liam Marshall.
Liam Marshall on the wing. Now, John, obviously you're a Wigan fan through and through. Yeah. Are you expecting a big win here against Hull KR?
It all depends how many players we're going to rest, because obviously we're now guaranteed top 2. And by our calculation, if Saints do win this game against Wakefield, they've got the league leaders shield. So technically, we could just rest as many players we want. for these final 2 games. So it all depends what our lineup is. But I'm going to go. I will say Wigan by about 16.
Yeah.
And I'd probably, if he does play, I've got to go first try scorer Bevan French.
I hope Bevan French is doing okay. I don't know if you guys heard, but some of the St. Helens fans the other day were saying some disgusting things about Bevan French's mother, who's actually passed away. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bevan French was actually rested here because of his well-being. That was disgusting and atrocious what happened the other day at the Wigan Saints game. But yeah, I think Wigan will be too good. I'm going to go Wigan by 18 points. I'll go something like Wigan 24-6. And first try scorer, I'm going to throw in Cade Cust. He's due. He's due for a first try.
Game, yeah.
All right, the next game, I think it's the game of the round. It's so fucking big and it's so important. Castleford, Salford at the Jungle. This is a huge game. So much on the line here. Castleford are actually favourites here because they're at home. They're $1.80 favourites. Salford are at $2. Now, I've done the math. It might confuse your brain a little bit. Let me just explain it to you. Salford win this and they beat Warrington. They are guaranteed to finish in the top 6. If Salford drop this game and Leeds win, but Leeds beat Castleford next week and Salford beat Warrington, Salford still make the playoffs because their for and against is a lot better than the Castleford Tigers. Now, the other scenario is if Castleford win against Salford and Leeds and Salford beat Warrington, Salford actually miss out on the playoffs because Leeds has got that 1 point because of that draw they had earlier this year. So if Salford do lose, it's not over for them, but they need Leeds to beat Castleford next week, and Salford will have to beat Warrington. So there's so much on the line here. This is a big game. This game probably decides the top 6. CJ, Tigers, Red Devils, what a game. And this game's actually on Fox and KO over here on Tuesday morning at 12:30 in the morning. I'll be watching this, so I can't wait. What do you reckon? Tigers and Red Devils, what a game.
Yeah, you got to watch this game. Very important. Top 6 on the line here.
Big game.
I'll go Salford by 4. I think they'll scrape past Castleford at the Jungle. I'll go Salford 14-10. First try, I'll say Brody Croft.
This is so hard to tip, John, because if you look at it, back in round 1, Salford played Castleford at the Jungle and they ambushed him down there. They gave him a bath. Yeah. And then I think they played him earlier this year and they beat him again. I think they beat the Tigers by like 10 or 12 points. Can't remember what the exact margin was. So I don't think Castleford have beaten Salford this year, and so much on the line here, mate. So what do you reckon, Castleford or Salford?
I don't know. The way I'm looking at it is this is a tough 2 games because Castleford are playing the 2 teams battling for the top 6. So
Salford and Leeds.
This game is massive for Castleford, especially next week because where they're going to Leeds, I can't see them winning. So I think it all relies on this game for Castleford. Jesus, blimey.
Well, John, get this right. Even if Castleford do beat Salford, if Leeds beat Castleford next week and Salford beat Warrington at the AJ Bell Stadium, Castleford still miss out on the finals.
Well, yeah.
It's crazy.
The way you lot are playing at this minute, you can't go against Salford at this minute. But Castleford on Thursday done well to come back at Warrington.
They did. They were pretty lucky, in my opinion.
Typical. Of course, we bought it.
You know what? I've got a strange feeling about this. This is going to go golden point extra time.
Oh, Nick will be sweating.
So I'm going to go just because I'm thinking of who's playing on the halves. The one player that I know you can back that will score a field goal from anywhere is Mark Sneed.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go Salford by 1. I'm going to go something like 25-24.
Oh, I love it. First try, who do you reckon?
Jesus, blimey. You know what? Callum Watkins.
Yeah, he scored the first try last week too. He's been playing well in the back row on that right edge. Look, obviously, I'm going to back Salford in. I'm going to go Salford by 12. Ooh. I think they're going to make a statement here and they're going to say, righto, we're going to make the playoffs. And I'm pretty sure if Salford win, they could be set in stone if they win. Because if we win and Leeds beat Catalan, I think the top 6 is set. So I think Salford will win. I'm going to go Salford by 12. I'm going to go 26 points to 14 here and first try scorer. I'm going to go really bold, guys. I'm going to go with Aquola in the front row to score the first try.
Aquola, far out. Nah.
I'm going to go bold.
Very important game, bro. Nick will be sitting in anticipation.
Oh, I'll be nervous, mate. I'll be having the can of Cokes with me around me. I'll be sitting here fucking real nervous. Tuesday morning, 12:30 in the morning, I'll be watching and I'll be quite nervous. So Salford to win. And I've got to say as well, if you're a betting man like me, $2, that's a good price for Salford. All right. Final game. Another big game, fellas. Catalan Dragons, Leeds Rhinos over in France. Now, I'm pretty sure it was only about 6 weeks ago they played in France, and Leeds were down to 12 men. They came back and beat them. I think they were down 24-4 or something. I can't remember what the fucking score was. And
24-6 at one point.
Yeah, I think it was 28-6 or something. And I think Leeds came back and won, what was it, 35-32 or some 35-34. I can't even remember. 35. It was a wild game. This is big. Catalans win. They secure the top 4. Leeds win. They probably make the playoffs. This is big. CJ, what do you reckon?
Where's this being played at?
It's in France. The Dragons are $1.75. The Rhinos are $2.05. This is a big game.
Well, Catalans have been playing a bit mediocre the last few weeks. Leeds have been looking dangerous, I think. I'm going to tip Leeds. I think Leeds will get the job done. And I think Leeds by 10. I'll go a scoreline of 32-22. I think it'll be very high scoring. First try scorer, I'll go Brad Dwyer.
Boys, you know what's crazy about this? If Leeds win and Catalans lose to Wigan in the last round and Leeds knock off Castleford, Leeds will actually finish in 4th. You know how crazy that is?
That's a really big chance.
Yeah, it is actually realistic. And I'll tell you what's even more fucking wild. Get this right. Leeds beat Catalans. Wigan beat Catalans. Castleford beat Leeds. Salford beat Castleford and Warrington. Salford end up in 4th.
What the fuck?
It is wild as it gets. Now, if Catalans win, they guarantee top 4. If they lose, it's not guaranteed at all. This is a big game, John. What do you reckon? Dragons and Rhinos. This is so hard to tip.
I'll tell you what you just said there about if Catalans lose next week and Leeds win next week, Leeds will get 4. I was just about to say that.
That's crazy, isn't it?
The way Catalans been playing at home recently, they're just so up and down. Like you absolutely annihilated them.
It's hard, isn't it, this game? I don't know who to tip.
You know what? I'm gonna just pick because I think that they're playing really well. You can't go against Leeds at this minute. And I've got a strange feeling. I'm gonna go Leeds to win. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game, this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 20 points to 16.
First try, who do you reckon?
Well, he scored a hat-trick the last time they went there. I'm going to go Richie Myler.
He did. I remember that game. He played 5'8". I think he played 5'8" and killed it.
Yeah, he did. Hardacre was at fullback. It was him and Caesar in the halves.
Oh, this is so fucking hard. I love the way Leeds are playing at the moment. They're playing an exciting brand of football. Obviously, Saints and Wigan are the top 2 teams to beat, but tell you what, Leeds and Salford, the form of them two right now could fucking challenge Wigan and Saints the way they're playing. This is hard. I don't know if Leeds can go to France and beat them twice. I'm going to go the Dragons by 7.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Catalans. I reckon low-scoring game as well. I'm going to go Catalans 17 points to 10. And the first try scorer, I'm going to go with Mike McMeekin to score first.
Also, well, I do remember, because I can't remember which game it was, but a couple of weeks ago, Steve McNamara was on the pundits for Sky Sports. Yeah. And he was saying, when they put, because obviously they just played Toulouse on Thursday, he was saying he's hoping to get a few more troops back for that game, which he did. He got Sam Tompkins and Matt Whitley back. and he's hoping to get a few more. Hopefully, coming back. Obviously, might be for Leeds. If not, it might be for Wigan next week.
Well, there's so much up for grabs for Catalans because if they lose this game, they won't rest anybody for Wigan because if they lose this game, they'll be playing for top 4 next week. They want to get a home final. They don't want to have to travel to England back to back to back to try and win the whole thing. So the Dragons need top 4. Now, if they win, they probably won't play many big name players against Wigan next week, but huge game this. But I'm going the Dragons by 7, and I don't know, man. This will be tight. Unbelievable. What a round of footy it's going to be. And it all kicks off in about 4 hours from now, 4.5 hours.
Second last.
CJ and John, thanks for coming on the Super League tips, boys. I really appreciate your time this afternoon, tonight, whatever.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, bro. It's always good to get on and bring on this round. Very important.
Absolutely. Thanks, John.
That's a bit of a surprise one, wasn't it?
Oh, out of nowhere, but you just love to see it. You really do. But everyone that tuned into the Super League tips, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great night. It's now 7:36 p.m. at night over here in Australia. I'm getting on out of here. Hope you all have a good night and see you guys in the next one.